video about sparkling wine.
We'll be giving you a quick guide to the key styles out there, as well as some top tips on food matching, serving and the tricky issues of quality and value. I'm Peter Richards.
And I'm Susie Barry. We're TV wine experts and we're also married. We're both masters of wine and together we run the Winchester Wine School.
Now, one important thing to mention is that the nice people at Jacob's Creek are sponsoring this video, which explains all the bottles.
But the aim is not to tell you what to buy, it's simply to make sure that you get the most out of your fizz, whatever the occasion.
Whether it's Christmas, a special dinner, or you just fancy a nice glass at the end of a long day.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
Or are you the dry type?
In the UK, we drink over 90 million bottles of sparkling wine every year, and the majority of that is dry.
So if you like your fizz dry, look out for the word brut on the label.
If you prefer something a little bit softer and sweeter, try demi-sec or Italy's favourite fizz, Prosecco.
Finally, if you're a fan of the sweeter things in life, then look out for Asti.
Or, even better, Moscato d'Asti, which is fantastic with light, fruity puddings.
Grapes are very important when it comes to sparkling wine.
And the classic grape varieties for fizz are Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
Now, Chardonnay tends to make very crisp, elegant styles, and if you like that, look out for the words Blanc de Blanc on the label.
Oh, and Blanc de Blanc wines are citric and fine and highly refreshing. Pinot Noir is a dark-skinned grape variety, but it makes white fizz, usually in a richer, fuller style. And what you'll find is throughout the world, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are often blended.
What that gives you is a wonderful balance between Pinot's richness and Chardonnay's freshness. But that's not the whole story.
There's also Rosé, which is fun and elegant, and it looks great. Where Fizz comes from is a good guide to what it'll taste like.
Champagne is the granddaddy of world fizz, where a special combination of a cool climate, chalky soils and centuries of winemaking expertise combine to create crisp, invigorating wines, often of real complexity and depth.
Of course, you don't have to drink champagne. The UK is increasingly making a similar style, but it is usually at a similar price.
If you're after good quality but less expensive sparkling wine, often in a fruitier, easier drinking style, then look to the New World, places like New Zealand, Australia and California.
Cava from Spain is another option. Made from different grapes and in a different climate, it's soft and easygoing.
Or for something completely different, Prosecco from Italy is light, floral and deliciously peachy.
So how is it best to serve sparkling wine? Well, in 3 words, nice and cool.
There are 2 main reasons for chilling sparkling wine. Firstly, it tastes better, and secondly, the colder the bottle, the less explosive that pressure inside it is.
One scientist has estimated there are 49 million bubbles in an average bottle of champagne, which is roughly the same pressure as a double-decker bus tyre.
So it's best to play it safe. Start by taking the foil off the top of the bottle. And then with one hand, slowly take off the wire, and from this point on, always keep one hand very firmly on top of the cork.
One tip here is to twist the bottle, not the cork, and then just wait until you feel the cork starting to release, and then just gradually let it go.
We love our fizz far too much to spray it everywhere, so think shh, not Schumacher.
What about food and fizz?
To be honest, most sparkling wine works best as an aperitif.
But it can also make a great match for the right kinds of food.
For a crisp, light Blanc de Blanc style, go for a mild white cheese or all kinds of fresh seafood and shellfish.
Richer, fuller styles work well with roast chicken and poached salmon, or for an older vintage wine, truffles and mushrooms.
And rosé is a real winner with everything from fresh sushi to summer berries.
Even fizzy red wine comes into its own with food. Try Australia's speciality sparkling Shiraz with everything from a winter casserole to a summer barbecue.
It even goes down pretty well with a cheeky mince pie.
So what does vintage mean?
Well, it's simple. It's the product of one harvest, 1 year.
Most table wine is vintage dated, but most of the fizz we drink is actually non-vintage, i.e. a blend of different harvests.
As a tip, vintage fizz tends to mature better than non-vintage. but generally speaking, most sparkling wine benefits from a bit of time spent in the bottle, especially the top stuff. So what about glasses?
The shallow champagne glass was famously modelled on Marie Antoinette's breast. A more recent version took Claudia Schiffer as inspiration.
But in this case, breast is definitely not best. While the shallow glass is beautiful, the bubbles escape too quickly and the wine warms up.
A far better shape is the flute or tapered glass to capture the aroma and to keep all of that lovely fizz in.
One question frequently asked about sparkling wine is, how can you spot quality and value?
Well, really, it's about your opinion. Quality and value are what keep us drinking something and buying it again and again.
So our advice is, don't be afraid to experiment with your fizz. Keep an open mind and remember what you're drinking.
Because it's your taste that matters.
Enjoy.